Hello student, in today's class we are going to discuss simple interest compound interest exercise part 2. Now the index is exercise questions and then summarize our today's lecture. There is a disclaimer. The images used in our slide deck are for educational purposes only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creator and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathee@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. Now first see some formulas. So first formula of simple interest is PRT upon 100. What is P? P represent principal, R is rate of interest, T is time. Clear? So what will be the formula of amount with respect to simple interest? So amount will be simple interest plus principal, where P represent principal, A represent amount and SI represent simple interest. In the same way, what will be the formula of compound interest? Compound interest equals to principal in the large bracket 1 plus R upon 100 to the power n minus 1 bracket close. So here P represent principal, CI represent compound interest, R represent rate of interest and represent number of years or time. Clear? Next. So the formula of the amount formula is P 1 plus R upon 100 to the power T, where A represent amount, P is principal, R is rate of interest and T is time. Clear? If the difference between CI and SI for 2 years, what will be the formula? Difference between CI and SI for 2 years is equals to PR square upon 100 square. Same way, for 3 years, difference between compound interest and simple interest, PR square in the bracket 300 plus R upon 100 cube. We get the difference between compound interest and simple interest for 3 years. Clear? Now the first question is, the difference between compound and simple interest at a certain rate on rupees 2000 at the end of 2 years is 12.8 rupees. The rate of interest per annum. You have 5 options and 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. Now we are going to use formula 5.5. In this formula we know that difference between compound interest and simple interest for 2 years formula is PR square upon 100 square. So the difference is 12.8 rupees. We just put the value 12.8 and T is principal amount which is 2000 given in the question. So we put 2000 into R square upon 100 square. When we calculate it, we get the value of rate of interest which is 8% per annum. Next one. If the sum of money at simple interest double itself in 6 years, it will become 4 times in how many years? You have 5 options and 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. Now amount is equals to principal plus simple interest. Clear? Because this is the question of simple interest. So principal become 2 times of itself in 6 years. So what will be the simple interest? We get P. If the amount is 2P, so simple interest will be P. So the formula of simple interest is SI equals to PRT upon 100. So when we use it at simple interest, P equals to P into R into T has been given 6 years upon 100. Calculate R which is 50 upon 3% per annum. Now the question is, it will become 4 times in how many times? Clear? So now we get the R, so we can use it. Simple interest is 4 times, so simple interest is 3P. Principal is P. Rate 50 by 3%. T we need to calculate upon 100. When we calculate it, we get T equals to 18 year. So C is the correct answer. Next one. A sum of money doubles in 3 years at compound interest, compounded annually. It will become 4 times of itself in how many years? You have 5 options and 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Time's up. Let's see the solution. Now, let the sum of money be rupees 100. Clear? So in 3 years it becomes 200. So we can write it 100 in 3 years, it becomes 200. So we say that in how much time it will become 4 times of itself. Clear? So 200 becomes 400 because it is calculated at compounded. So it will also take 3 years because in 3 years it will become double. So again in 3 years it will become doubles. So it will take total 6 years. Clear? So D is the correct answer. Next one. If the amount is 6 and 1 by 4th times the sum it means principal. After 2 years at compound interest, the rate of interest per annum will be, you have 5 options and 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Time's up. Let's see the solution. Now, if we let the principal amount is 100, clear? So it will become 6 and 1 by 4 times. So what will be the amount will become? It will become 625, final amount. So the question says that after 2 year compounded interest, clear? So what is the formula of compound interest amount formula? A equals to P1 plus R upon 100 to the power n or T. So we just put the value 625 is our amount. P is our principal. We need to calculate R because we have time 2 year. Clear? So when we calculate it, we get the value of R which is 150%. D is the correct answer. Next one. Amit invested an amount of rupees 25,000 in fixed deposit at the rate compound interest per 8% per annum for 2 years. What amount Amit will get after 2 years? So you have 5 options and 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. Now the formula of amount is P1 plus R upon 100 square. So we just put these values which is given in the question. Clear? Sorry, principal is given which is 25,000. We need to calculate amount. Clear? So 25,000, 1 plus rate of interest is given 8% per annum and time also is given 2 year. So we just put these value. So it will become 25,000, 27 upon 25 whole square. So when you calculate it, 27 square is 729. 25 square is 625. When we calculated, we got 29,160 rupees. D is the correct answer. Next one. Find the ratio of SI and CI on a certain sum of money at 5% per annum for 2 years. You have 5 options and 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. Now the question asks is ratio of SI and CI. Clear? At the rate of 5% per annum for 2 years. So what will be the formula of simple interest? PRT upon 100. And what is the formula of compound interest? P in the bracket 1 plus R upon 100 to the power T minus 1. So we just put these values in this formula. So 100 multiplying by 5 multiplying by 2 upon 100 whole upon 100 in the large bracket small bracket 1 plus 5 upon 100 whole square minus 1 which is become 10 upon 100 upon 41 upon 400. So when we calculate it, we get 40 upon 41 which is our answer. So B is the correct answer. Next one. A sum of money invested at simple interest occurred to rupees 800 in 3 years and 840 in 4 years. The rate of interest per annum. You have 5 options and 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. SI become 800 in 3 years and becomes 840 in 4 years. So it means 1 year of simple interest of 1 year will be 40 rupees, 840 minus 800. So we know that the simple interest will always calculated on principal amount. Clear? So what will be the rate of interest? So we use the formula of SI equals to PRT upon 100. So we need to calculate R. So R will become 40 multiplied by 100 upon 800 into 1 for 1 year. So we get 5% per annum. C is the correct answer. Next one. What is the difference between compound interest and simple interest for rupees 12,000 on 5% per annum for 2 years? You have 5 options and 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Time's up. Let's see the solution. We know the formula of calculating difference between compound interest and simple interest for 2 years, which is PR square upon 100 square. So we just put these values 12,000 multiplying by 5 square upon 100 square. When we calculate it, we got rupees 30. So C is the correct answer. Clear? Next one. Find the difference between compound interest and simple interest on rupees 15,000 at 3% per annum for 3 years. You have 5 options and 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. We know the formula of difference of 3 year between compound interest and simple interest is PR square in the bracket 3 plus R upon 100 cube. So we put the values in this formula. P, we know that, which is given 15,000. R, which is 3%, and time, which is 3 year. So we just put these values in the formula 15,000 into 3 square into 303 upon 100 cube. So when we calculate it, 15,000 multiplying by 9 multiplying by 303 upon 100 cube. So 100 multiplying by 100 multiplying by 100, which is equals to 40.91 rupees approximately. Clear? Next one. Find the difference between compound interest and simple interest on 13,000 rupees at 4% per annum for 3 years. You have 5 options and 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Time's up. Let's see the solution. Now, we know the formula of difference between compound interest and simple interest for 3 years. What is formula? Difference equals to PR square in the bracket 3 plus R upon 100 cube. So put the values. P equals to 13,000. Rate of interest is 4% per annum. So we just put these values 13,000 into 4 square into 304 upon 100 cube. When we calculate it, we got the value 63.23 rupees approximately. A is the correct answer. Next one. A certain sum of money gives rupees 500 at 5% simple interest for 1 year. What is the compound interest at the same rate at the end of 2 years? You have 5 options and 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. Now, principal will be simple interest multiplying by 100 upon rate into time. We can write it because formula of simple interest equals to P into R into T upon 100. So if we calculate P, so we can write it simple interest multiplying by 100 upon R into T. So we get 10,000 rupees. Clear? Because 500 multiplying by 100 upon 5 into 1. So now compound interest at 5%. So what is the formula of compound interest calculating? P 1 plus R upon 100 to the power n minus 1. So we just put these values in this formula. 10,000 1 plus 5 upon 100 whole square minus 1. So it will become 10,000 21 upon 20 whole square minus 1. Again, when we calculate it, 10,000 441 minus 400 upon 400. When we calculate it, we got 1,025 rupees. So D is the correct answer. Next one. The difference between simple interest and compound interest obtained on a principal amount at 5% per annum after 2 years is rupees 35. What is the principal amount? You have 5 options and 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. We know the formula. difference between compound interest and simple interest for 2 years, which is PR square upon 100 square. We know the difference, which is 35. So we just put it 35. We need to calculate P, but we know the rate of interest, which is 5%. So P into R square upon 100 square. When we calculate it, we got the value of P, which is 14,000. So C is the correct answer. Next one. The compound interest on rupees 10,000 at 20% per annum at the end of 1 year 6 months, if the interest is calculated half yearly, will be. You have 5 options and 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. Rate is given 20%. Time is given 1 year and 6 months. But in the question it says that calculate half yearly. So we know that when we calculating half yearly, we dividing the rate of interest by 2 and multiplying the time by 2. So it will become 3 and rate of interest become 10%. Clear? So we just put these values in compound interest formula, which is P 1 plus R upon 100 power n minus 1. So 10,000 1 plus 10 upon 100 cube minus 1. So it will become 10,000 11 upon 10 cube minus 1, which is becomes 1,000 10,000 multiplying 1,331 minus 1,000 upon 1,000, which is 3,310 rupees. So C is the correct answer. Next one. The simple interest is 7,200 on 12% per annum for 6 years on a sum. What is compound interest on 5% per annum for 2 years? Clear? So you have 5 options and 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. Again, we need to calculate P. Clear? So we know the simple interest, which is 7,200. Rate of interest is 12%. Time is 6 years. So we use the formula P equals to SI multiplying by 100 upon R into T. So 7,200 multiplying by 100 upon 12 into 6, which becomes 10,000 rupees. Now we need to calculate compound interest at 5% per annum for 2 years. And we know the principal amount. So we use the formula of compound interest P in the bracket 1 plus R upon 100 to the power n minus 1. So we just put these values. Clear? So when we put the value, which becomes 10,000 1 plus R, which is given 5% per annum upon 100 whole square minus 1. So when we calculate it, we got 10,000 21 upon 20 whole square minus 1, which again become 10,000 in the bracket 441 minus 400 upon 400. When we calculate it, we got 1,025 rupees. So D is the correct answer. Next one. If the difference between SI and CI is rupees 25 on 10,000 rupees for 2 years, then what is the rate of interest? You have 5 options and 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. We know the formula of difference between compound interest and simple interest for 2 years, which is PR square upon 100 square. Clear? So we just put these values in this formula and we get the rate of interest. So P is 10,000. Difference of compound interest and simple interest for 2 years is 25. So put the value 25 equals to 10,000 into R square upon 100 square. So R equals to 5% per annum. C is the correct answer. Next one. If the ratio of compound interest and simple interest for the same principal and rate of interest for 2 years is 1.2, find the rate of interest. You have 5 options and 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. In this question, the ratio of compound interest and simple interest is given, which is 1.2, and time is given. Clear? So what we can do that? we use the formula. So compound interest formula is principal in the bracket 1 plus r upon 100 whole square minus 1. So when we calculate it, what we got? We again use it 1 plus r upon 100 whole square. It means a plus b whole square. We can use this formula. So a square plus b square plus 2ab minus 1. So when we calculate it, we got pr upon 100 in the bracket r upon 100 plus 2. And what is the formula of simple interest, which is PRT upon 100. So P, we know that 2. So we know we get 2 PR upon 100. Now the ratio is compound interest and simple interest ratio is 1.2. Clear? And we take the ratios by the formula. So PR upon 100 in the bracket R plus 200 upon 100 and whole upon 2 PR upon 100. So when we calculate it, we got R equals to 40%. So E is the correct answer. Clear? Next one. What is compound interest on rupees 7500 for 4 years if the rate of interest is 10% per annum for the first 2 years and 20% per annum for next 2 years? You have 5 options and 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. According to question, compound interest will be principal amount P 1 plus R upon 100, which is first year is 10%. So we can use it 1 plus 10 upon 100 whole square multiplying. In the next year, it will become 20%. So we use it 1 plus 20 upon 100 whole square minus 1. Because R is 10% per annum for first year and second year, it will become 20% per annum for next 2 years. Clear? It is given that question says that 10% per annum for first 2 years and 20% per annum for next 2 years. So for first 2 years, it will become 1 plus 10 upon 100 whole square. And for next 2 years, it will become 1 plus 20 upon 100 whole square. So when we calculate it, we got 7500 multiplying 11 by 10 whole square multiplying by 12 by 10 whole square minus 1. When we calculate it, we got compound interest, which is 5568 rupees. So B is the correct answer. What will be the compound interest on an amount of rupees 10,000 at rate of 20% per annum in 2 years if the rate of interest is compounded half yearly? Clear? You have 5 options and 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. The amount of compounded half yearly. Clear? It is given in the question. So rate of interest will be half and time will become 2 times. So N will take or T will take 4 and rate of interest will take 10. Clear? Because rate of interest is given is 20% per annum. So what will be the compound interest? 10,000. 1 plus 10 upon 100 to the power 4 minus 1. When we calculate it, we got 11 square upon 10 to the power 4 minus 1 multiplying by 10,000. So when squaring powering 4 11, which becomes 14,641 minus 10 to the power 4, which is become 10,000 minus 10,000 upon 10,000. So when we calculate it, we got 4,641 rupees. C is the correct answer. Next one. Find the difference between simple interest and compound interest at 12% per annum for 2 years on rupees 10,000 rupees. You have 5 options and 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. Question says that the difference between CI and SI for 12% per annum for 2 years. So we know the formula of compound interest and simple interest difference for 2 years, which is PR square upon 100 square. So we just put the values 10,000 into 12 square upon 100 square. So we get 144 rupees. C is the correct answer. Next one. Find the difference between SI and CI at 14% per annum 2 year on rupees 10,000. You have again 5 options and 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. Difference between compound interest and simple interest at 14% per annum rate for 2 years. So formula is PR square upon 100 square. So we just put the values 10,000 into 14 square upon 10,000. So 10,000, 10,000 cancel out. 14 square is 196. So 196 rupees. Clear? So summarizing our today's lecture, what is simple interest? Definition of simple interest is calculated on the principal amount or the initial sum of money throughout the entire period of the loan or investment. So formula will become simple interest equals to PRT upon 100, where SI denote simple interest, P is principal amount, R is rate of interest, and T is time, which is in year. Clear? Characteristics: interest is constant and does not change over the time. Clear? Commonly used for short-term loan or investment. Next, what is compound interest? Definition will be: compound interest is calculated on the principal amount and also on the interest that has been added to over the previous period. This means interest is earned on interest. So formula of amount is P in the bracket 1 plus R upon 100 to the power T. A represent the total amount after interest. P represent the principal amount. R represent the annual rate of interest. T represent the time, which is in year. Now the characteristic is the interest grows exponentially over time, more beneficial for long-term investment or loan as the amount earned can significantly increase. Thank you.